Hello students, in this video lecture I am going to explain you how you can write a simple program using Python. Whenever you are going to write a program, the first task you have to identify what's the data you will receive from user, or what's the data you will get from the user, or what the input should be. Once you decide that these are the value which will be used as an input, then in Python you can use input function. Input function is used to get the value from the user. uh, with input function you have to use one more function, either int or float. The input function accepts the value in form of string, means you cannot perform any kind of operation. Therefore you have to use either int function or float function. If you are using int function, it means you are supplying the number without decimal, and if you are using the float, it means you are supplying the number with decimals. Once you have taken the input value, then the next task is to decide that what kind of operation you have to perform on this data. You have means what kind of operation the computer will perform on that particular data. And once the operation has been performed, then the next task is to display the output. And for display the output on screen, you have a function print. For writing a program, for writing a simple program in Python, you must be familiar with these three functions. These three functions play a very vital role in writing a program. First is the input, it accepts the value from the user. Second is you have to convert the value in either integer or float as per your requirement, and then you have to decide what operation you have to perform on this data, and then finally print function. Means you have a three things you have to keep in your mind. First is the input, then conversion into the particular data type in float, then what operation you have to perform, then print. This is the three main fundamental things which you have to keep in mind while you are writing a program. Okay, now I am going to give you an example. I am just giving an example how you can write a program. That you see, this is this. Okay, if you are going to write a program, then you must have a editor in which you can write a Python program. There are several editors are available, like IDLE or Spider, Python Charm. You can use any of them. Here I am going to use IDLE, Integrated Development Learning Environment, as I have already discussed in class. This, and then here I have open IDLE, and now I have to select a program which I will going to demonstrate in front of you. This is write a program. Sorry. Here I am going to write this one. Write a program to calculate and print the average of 5 numbers. Write a program to calculate and print the average of 5 numbers. Now first things I have, this is the program. Now I have to decide, now I have to think what the input of this program. Here I have to calculate the average of 5 numbers. It means the input should be 5 numbers, means I have to enter 5 numbers from the keyboard. And how this can be happen? This can be happen in, like I have opened the IDLE, then I will use file, then new file. This I have explained you that if you want to insert the value from the user, you have to use input function like this. And here in this program you have to take the 5 value, then enter first number, This is the first number. The input function, it take the value from the user, and now I have said that input function accept the value in form of string. Therefore here I will use int function. Int function I have used, and now this means first you accept the value from the user and then convert into integer. Now one more things here, what the system will do, it accept the value from the user, and then it convert into integer. Now we must have the variable where we can store the value. For this purpose what I will do, I will take a variable, you say a, this variable which hold the value. Okay, here I have taken the variable a, and you can take any kind of name, a, b, c, d, x, y, z, num1, num2, whatever you like. This is the first input. Then we have to calculate the average of 5 number. Therefore we have to take the 5 input value. Then b I have taken, then int, then input, then I say enter the second number. This is, and you double quotes, then this. Here one more things, here it is not necessary that you write this message. This message is optional, okay, but I recommend you, as we are a beginner, so whenever you are using the input program, always give the meaningful message. How this message will help for us, we will see in the output. Then c is equal to, again I will write the same. This here what I am going to do, I am just going to copy this all data and I will paste it 2 more times here. Control V, then again Control V, and then one more time Control V. And what I will do here C, and here I will change the variable name D, and here I will change the variable name E. And this is the first number, second number. Here I will change third. Then here I will change fourth. Then here I will change fifth. Okay. Now we have accepted 5 value from the user. This is the first task we have done. Now what operation we have to perform, means what the process a program will do. A program will add these 5 variable like this: a plus b plus c plus d plus e, and then it is divided by 5. Now we have calculated the average, but again we require some variable in which we store the result. For this purpose we have used average. I have created a variable average. It will store the average. It will store whatever the result we will get by adding this 5 variable and divided by 5. One more things what I will do here, I will use a parenthesis. Means here I am instructing the computer that computer or interpreter. Here I am using computer first time, but next time I will use interpreter. Why I will use interpreter, I will explain you in my next video lecture. Here what I have done, here I have sum these 5 variables, add these 5 variables and divided by 5. It is now average is calculated, and I have used a variable abg to store the result. Now what we have done, first task is to accept the value. Our first task is completed. The second task, what the operation computer have to perform, it is also completed. Now the third task is to display the result. So for displaying the result, what we will do, we will use print, then here we will say the average of 5 numbers. Here I have given a meaningful message. Then our result is stored in this variable. Then I will write A, B, G, and then the bracket parenthesis is off. And now I will execute the program. For executing the program, you can go to the run and run module. You can also use the function key F5. It is asking for saving the file. And here I will save, give it the name program1 dot extension is py. Now it is asking for enter first number 5, second number 4, third number 3, then 2, then 8. Okay, now this is calculated. Again, whenever you are going to write a code, first things you have to decide what the input should be. Here I have taken the 5 value. When I read the program, I just need the 5 inputs. So here I have taken the 5 input value. Then what the operation it will perform? It will calculate the average. You know, this is the method how we can calculate the average. Then we have to store the value, and the third step is to print the value, print the result. This is the result. Here we have used a meaningful message. Here you can use the enter first number. Here I am just going, if you are not going to use this message, let's suppose that here I am not going to use this, then again this. Now I am going to use the input without this message. You just see what is going to happen. This is this. Now I am going to execute a program. I will press the F5 function key. Okay. This. Now you just see our program is executing. The cursor is blinking. Now it is asking for the value. This is 5, this is 7, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, and now average is calculated. But you have noticed here, that without message it is quite difficult for a user what he have to do, what he have to enter. That is why we always using meaningful message. Okay, this is the first video lecture in which I have explained you how you can write a simple program. In my next video lecture, I will explain you how to write a program with some more example. Thank you.